In this video, we're going to look at how to solve multi-step equations by using the distributive property. Let's review how to simplify an expression by using the distributive property. So in our first example, I have 3 times the quantity of, and the quantity of is in parentheses, x minus 5. Even though there's no operation here, the operation that is implied is multiplication. So when we distribute, we are going to distribute the 3 to every term that is inside the parentheses. And the operation that we're going to use is going to be multiplication. So before I even start, I'm going to do change so that we see that that's a negative 5. So I'm going to distribute 3 to x and 3 to negative 5. So I have 3 times x plus 3 times negative 5. And now when I clean it up, I get the expression 3x plus negative 15, or 3x minus 15. Let's look at the next example. I have 2/10 times the quantity of, what's in parentheses, 3y plus 8. So again, I have a number outside parentheses, which implies multiplication, and I'm going to distribute this 2/10 to the term 3y and also to the constant 8. So we're going to multiply 0.2 times 3y and 0.2 times 8. So I have 0.2 times 3y plus 0.2 times 8. And when I clean it up, I get 0.6y plus 1.6. So to review, we're going to use the distributive property to simplify expressions. And here's an example of what we just did in the previous 2 examples. My number that's on the outside is going to be distributed to each term on the inside, and the operation that's going on is multiplication. So I have negative 4 times x plus negative 4 times 7. All right, let's practice our distributing on an equation now. And I have 5 times the quantity of w minus 7 equal negative 15. And before I can solve this problem, I need to simplify this. And I can first, let's change this to change. So that is 5 times w plus a negative 7. I'm going to distribute that 5 to the w and the negative 7. So I'll have 5 times w plus 5 times negative 7 is equal to negative 15. And now I'll just clean it up. I have 5w plus negative 35 equal negative 15. And then I will add 35 to both sides. Negative 35 plus positive 35 will cancel and leave me with 5w is equal to 20. Divide both sides by 5. My 5's cancel out and leave me with w is equal to 4. And then I can do my check step. And to do my check step, I go back to my original equation. And I'm going to put in 4 where I see w. So I'll have 5 times 4 minus 7 equal negative 15. I do it in parentheses first. 5 times negative 3 equal negative 15. Negative 15 equals negative 15, and it checks. All right, let's look at another example. I'm going to distribute 5 to the 3 in parentheses and 5 to the negative 2n. So I have 5 times 3 plus 5 times negative 2n plus 5n equals 65. Then I clean it up. I have 15 plus negative 10n plus 5n equals 65. And now I have terms with identical variable parts. I have negative 10n and 5n, which I can add together. So negative 10n plus 5n would be a negative 5n is equal to 65. Subtract 15 from both sides. I get negative 5n is equal to 50. divide both sides by -5. These cancel and leave me with n is equal to -10. This is a different type of use for the distribution property. In this one, we want to get rid of this 4 in the denominator. And to do that, what we can do is distribute a +4 to everything inside the parentheses. So to this whole term and to this whole term. And I'm going to rewrite it like this. 4 times 3x plus 10 divided by 4 is equal to 4 times 7. So now I've actually multiplied both sides by 4. And we know that on this side of the equation, this 4 and this 4 will cancel out. And when they cancel out, they leave us with 3x plus 10 on the left side of the equation, and then 4 times 7 is equal to 28. So then we just solve our two-step equation, and I get 3x is equal to 18, divide both sides by 3, so I get x is equal to 6. So we've expanded our multi-step equations and what we're able to do now to distributing if we can. Also, we collect like terms on each side of the equation and then use inverse operations to isolate the variable. All right, let's look at a word problem. The perimeter of a rectangle is 24 inches. One side of the rectangle measures 4 inches, and the other side measures x minus 2. Find the value for x, and then what does the second side measure? So we have our rectangle. One side is 4 inches, which means the other side is also 4 inches. And then we have one side that is x minus 2, and so is the other. And the perimeter was given to us of 24, and we know the perimeter means the distance around the rectangle. So the equation for perimeter is 2 times the width plus 2 times the length. So if we plug in what we know, I know the perimeter is 24, I know the width is x minus 2, and the length is 2 times 4. So if I simplify this by distributing the 2 to the x and the 2 to the -2, I get 2x minus 2 times 2 plus, and we'll do 2 times 4 is 8. F 24 is equal to 2x minus 4 plus 8. And if I add my -4 and +8 together, I get 2x plus 4. And now I just solve my two-step equation. Subtract 4 from both sides. I get 2x equals 20. And I'll come over here and finish it off. Divide both sides by 2. So I get x is equal to 10. That's the first question that's been answered. X is equal to 10. So what does the second side measure? Well, if the second side is x minus 2, then 10 minus 2 would be 8. So the second side measure is 8 inches.